What's up, everybody? Hey, what's up, Hector? What do I need to get good for? Something. That's fair. That's a fair assessment. Oh, you didn't even take me. You didn't even take me to where I needed to go. What the? Oh, there it goes. Like, why did you just take me to the home page? This game's been super difficult. Really? What has been difficult about it? Hey, what's up, Q? I understand. Even though I have that check mark on it, still need to go in here. Hey, what's up, Trey? I'm not gonna lie, I feel pretty nauseous right now. But other than that, I'm pretty good. Pickup trucks with the LED lights. No. Like I know I'm not sick. I know right now that I'm nauseous because of my sleep swinging around. I knew today, like, so last Wednesday, I was feeling really bad. That was actual sickness last Wednesday. And it rocked my sleep because I was sleeping a lot. And so since Wednesday, I've been kind of swinging my sleep around over time. And I knew that today was going to line up with, like, because you're supposed to what, sleep for 8 and then up for 16. I knew today was going to line up with way past that 16 part. So I tried to have a nap before my stream, but that's at a point where like my body's just like, oh, you're finally giving me sleep, thank God. And I truncated the crap out of it to get up for the stream. So I feel really like disoriented and nauseous. So it's not sickness type nauseous, it's just my body's so exhausted, and it's just like, you robbed me of sleep. So tomorrow, however, I'm just right back to normal stuff. So I knew today was just gonna be rough. Wow, 100-bit donation from Mythic, thank you very much, I appreciate that. You didn't have to do that, buddy, but I appreciate it. That's why I figured, you know what, let's have a little bit of a chill stream. Speaking of Jose, we definitely had our meeting today to plan out 2026, so super exciting. Give me like a couple days to kind of process that stuff, you know, get some tasks in there that are all set up, and then I'm gonna let you guys know how some of the content's gonna be changing here. Both recorded content as well as live content. So yeah, a good meeting all around though. Wait, where is... Oh, so I was it yesterday or the day before? I finished up the... Cause I think right now in Zenless we're on 2.6. So no, maybe I think we're on 2.5. I finished up 2.4's story. Crazy story. Yeah. Too bad. Too bad. Why is it crazy? Trying to use my brain here to try to even remember the story that I just remember the emotions and be like, oh my god. It was just a fight sequence between Shengguang and her brother, which was wild. So now this is afterwards. Shengguang is fine.
Your osmanthus cakes are so good. So soft, but it's a little too...
It is a bit sweet, but there's nothing wrong with a little sweetness.
It was a fun fight. I agree, though.
Really? Sorry, I guess I added too much sugar.
Shengguang has the Qingming sword, and she took it out of the box. Even though she's not supposed to take it out of the box. She took it out of the box, basically went Super Saiyan. Her hair went white, and she killed it. She's doing a great job in the fight. However, because of that, it does screw with your mind, and now she can't remember things. She's using her diary to try to keep her from forgetting things. and she's already noticing that it's having effect. But she's lying to everybody else and saying there was no effect on her mental state when she used the sword. Ooh, you figured it out, eh? It was the energy drinks. No more energy drinks for you.
I'll make it much better for you next
Oh,
time.
and not eating enough. Yeah, eating enough is important.
There's no need to be so nervous, Xiaoguang. It's already delicious. I'm glad you like it.
But I've always wondered, why do you like osmanthus cake so much?
Actually, I just like anything related to osmanthus.
Yeah, you need, you know, like it's funny how many people I've met. And I'm not saying you're one of these, Q, but it's funny how many people I know that like wake up in the morning, have an energy drink, and then just go about their day. And you're just like, you realize that an energy drink basically invigorates the bile in your stomach to break down food, and food equals energy. It's not really, there's not much of a push. Like, it's got caffeine, right? Like an amped up caffeine called taurine, but like it really does its job by breaking down food quicker. And so if you're not eating, you're kind of not really using it to its full potential. It just ends up becoming like a standard like Coca-Cola type vibe when you do it like that, just by having it, and that's it. But craziness. And then also on top of that, you know, if you have an empty stomach and you invigorate the bile, you start to break down the stomach lining of your stomach, of course, to fuel that, and it's not good. It's not good. But it's surprising how many people I know that just literally wake up, energy drink, and go about their day. No way. I did not know about the stomach lining things. So it's just a natural process though.
I remember a long time
What's up,
ago,
Shinya?
when I just joined Yunquei Summit, there was a dessert shop on the corner of a nearby street.
Oh, before I go on, the two things that I worked on today that affects you guys immediately, I fixed the words that were being bleeped out or censored out by when you were typing in chat. That should be fixed. There should not be an issue there. Also, I did try to mess around with the alerts to see if it was going to work. And I can't see anything from my side so far as to what the issue is. Other than potentially the volume slider being down at the bottom. Oh, dang. Oh, dang. Poor Shinya's stomach.
They made amazing osmanthus cakes there, so I always pestered my brother to get some for me. But for some reason, I ended up with a stomachache every time I ate them. So my brother eventually stopped me from eating them.
Oh, it's the zombie again. Nope. I'll figure. I'll put another task in it. I don't know. I can't see what the issue is on my side though. Like when I could go to do all the testing for the alerts, zero issue. I hear it loud and clear. It's annoying. But yeah. I mean, 52 minutes is an hour to me. That's pretty close to an hour.
Then I decided to try making osmanthus cakes myself. So long as I made sure to use the right amount of the right ingredients, I was fine.
As she speaks, Xiao Guang's eyes carry the nostalgia she was towards the past and hidden determination. All right, thanks. I don't really know. Like when I initially think about it, like the fact that you're seeing the zombie, I think the zombie is a standard emote coming from Twitch, which means that the alert is not connecting to Streamlabs or whatever happened is some type of kind of connection point. I am part of Streamlabs Discord, so if we can't come to some type of conclusion, I could probably go in there and ask for some troubleshooting advice. But from a testing aspect on Streamlabs, I couldn't see any issues, and I was using both the desktop version as well as the web version to try to figure that out, and could not see anything. But cool. Ooh, that's also a really good one. That's that's funny because it's on par with like unplug it and wait a couple minutes and then plug it back in.
So this is where you were. Senior Fufu, you're back. Yeah, we heard something.
Is it turned on?
We hurried back as fast as we could. We just got here today, but never mind that. I just got word
Good old 101, yeah.
Bay. We should go take a look.
If it works after just reconnecting Twitch, I'm gonna lose my mind. But like I can totally understand how that could be an issue. Oh, the other thing that I fixed is removing some of these filters that were there surrounding, like, for example, we had that one time when Ivy was talking and she used all caps for a bit and it timed her out. I turned all that stuff off, which kind of answers the question that Hector, you had, was it last week? We were asking if there is like spam filter set up. Yes. Not so much specifically on Twitch's side, but or even like Streamlabs side, but I can do filter setup on FossaBot, which is the bot that we have running. Which when we had that bot come in on Friday, you know, talking about the best viewers, that that's been placed in there. Thank you for the bit donation, Hector. I appreciate that. The white flowers are here.
How is this possible? Those strange white flowers we saw inside the hollow are showing up out here, too. And is it just my imagination? Or does it somehow feel like the Qingming sword is reacting to them?
Yeah, I've got a bad feeling about this.
Same. They look exactly like the ones in my memory. If only Ishu and Shifu were here. She'd know what to make of this.
I'm not gonna lie, the last story I was playing, that hit me like multiple times where I'm just like, where is Yishuan? Like, this is kind of ridiculous. Like, it's like a really, really bad time for her not to show up.
With everything that's happening in Phylum Heights,
It was a test bit. I'll take a test bit all day though.
directly to the mayor.
And I appreciate you testing it out. Thank you, Q.
And including, of course, the mess your brother caused.
Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3.
He's brought shame upon Yunquei Summit.
Mr. Liu! My brother, he's just...
I think everybody gets a zombie.
Mieshun Guang, facts are facts. There is no arguing them. But remember this. The two of you walk different paths. You have your own burden to bear. Since you've inherited the Qingming sword, you must carry everything it represents. That is your destiny.
No, it did not work, unfortunately. If you are enjoying our live gameplay, check out our recorded gameplay over at youtube.com/ETHERxSOCIal, posting on Mondays, Fridays, and a bonus on Wednesday at 9 a.m. Eastern. This Friday is a brand new indie smash, so definitely check out that video when it pops on Friday. You know the VA for Mr. Liu? Really?
Excuse me, but who might you be?
Sorry, I forgot to introduce him. He's Yunquei Summit's current...
I am Lu Hengzhou. I know who you are. Yixuan's new disciple. As for these flowers, they've already been reported. So far, they seem harmless, exhibiting no signs of aggression. They're structurally fragile and ordinary in every way.
No, they're not.
Derpy Kirby?
I've seen these flowers before, back when the
She's
old
never done a
capital
Derpy
fell,
Kirby.
And we also found a ton of them deep inside Limdian Hollow. The weird thing is, whenever we approached them, it seemed to weaken the effects of the corruption.
Is that so? Then just to be safe, you may clear these flowers away for now.
Okay.
Jiaguang swings her sword, light flashes, and the white flowers before her crumble instantly into ash. They're far more fragile than they look. Are they really just ordinary plants?
Mr. Liu, please believe me. These flowers aren't as simple as they look. There's something deeper going on. We can't just let them spread like this.
You're not usually this persistent. Is it because of what you've been through lately? Or have you met someone special who's made you start questioning things?
Absolutely. Maybe not in that order. Maybe have the kebab and then have a nap, but, you know, absolutely.
No, that's not it. I just feel like this is too important to ignore.
Oh, thanks. Thanks. I got auto clocked out by my
Right.
time management.
Tomorrow evening, I shall gather all
Even though
the
I'm still
relevant
here.
people.
Thanks.
We'll meet at the temple.
I thought I could
Thank
change
you.
that.
Of course, this isn't only about the flowers. It's also time to come to a final verdict on your brother's actions. I'll need to review everything and make a statement that does right by the disciples of Yunquei Summit.
I understand.
Good. That's all I needed to hear. Ye Shunguang, never ever forget who you are, or the duty that comes with your gift and your sword.
Oh, even better. I mean, right now since I'm tired, I'll take the nap over Bao. But heck yeah, I'm Bao and kebabs. Lu Hengzhou turns to leave. As he brushes past, he pauses for a brief moment and murmurs something only the two of you can hear.
Let's hope your presence in her life brings strength, not burden.
You want to go, bro? I mean, it's different. It's not like Genshin where we could just lay down. Like, Bell would get smacked by the most weakest of weak.
Sorry you had to see that. Mr. Liu's always been that way. He takes Yunquei Summit's honor more seriously than anything. But I'm sure he didn't mean any harm.
So, who exactly is this Mr. Liu? Is he one of our seniors at Yunquei Summit or something?
He's an elder of Yunquei Summit. He's the one who manages everything when Ishu and Shifu's not around.
You know what I just thought of? They should make like bao buns. Bao buns to sleep on. That'd be so soft.
An elder?
Like a
But
bao bed.
I heard that Ishu and Shifu was the only one from Yunquei Summit who survived the Phylum Heights incident back then.
Or a bao bun pillow? Yeah.
Well, he's more of guardian than a fighter.
I'd be the pork belly of my dreams.
Back when everyone left the mountain, he was tasked with making sure the disciples' families were safe. That's how he survived the disaster. I didn't think he'd come here, too. Guess that means whatever's happening lately really is serious.
Jeez, yeah, I am hungry though. Now I'm really craving bao. Dang you, Hector.
Feels like he's kinda strict with you.
Well, he always says that since I inherited the Qingming sword, I must live up to that title that comes with the responsibility. He's just got high expectations for me.
The closest bao place to me is in a place called Waterloo, which is a city next to me. It's far enough that I can't make it there. And then also when you order it on Uber Eats, by the time it gets here, like just the sauce they put on the bao ends up makes the bao really kind of mushy. It's not good. You have to go and go there and sit down. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, the delivery fee. It's okay. It's okay. But just do me a favor and don't post pictures. Okay? Please don't post pictures.
All right, enough of that.
Usually I'm just like, hey, post a picture of your food you're eating. I'd like to see. Not today. Don't post the pictures.
Oh, right. The osmanthus
I'm just gonna
cake.
salivate and
They
be like, I
took it a
hate
little
you.
off this time, but next time I'll make the perfect batch for you to try. It's a promise, okay?
Her eyes glimmer as she looks at you, and like she's finally gathered the courage, she holds out her pinky. You reach out and hook yours gently with hers. A bright, content smile spreads across her face. She pulls her hand back and gives you a small wave.
See you
No!
tomorrow.
No. Ah, jeez. Perfect. That's a perfect excuse, Shinya. Wait, what? Yeah, it was a good marriage. Yi Shengguang turns and disappears around the corner just like any ordinary girl. But somehow, as you watch her go, you can't shake the feeling that she's carrying something far heavier than she ever lets on. There's something I want to say there, but I won't say it. Thank you for the lurk, Mythic. I appreciate that, buddy. After a night's rest, it's soon time for the meeting. Hey, I would use that in an interview. Congrats. High school college? Good old high school college. That's a very reputable school. Yale and Harvard have nothing on high school college. You arrive at Swabian Temple main hall. Everyone's already there. Yishuan joins remotely due to other obligations. What are these obligations that you are working on? Like, you're kind of angering me. Shunguang stands quietly to one side, nervously twisting the edge of her clothes.
Since everyone's here, let's begin.
Where the heck are you? You're literally like Captain Marvel in the MCU during Thanos being there. It's wild how similar this is to that.
The purpose of this meeting is to gather what we know, review the current situation, and discuss what to do with Yeshu Yun.
My apologies, everyone. It is a little inconvenient for me, so I'll have to join you like this. When I heard what happened with Shu Yin some time ago,
She was going
I
back
had
to
planned return Phylum Heights
upgrade her
immediately,
education.
But I received an urgent mission from the mayor. There's been an abnormal disturbance inside Hollow Zero, and as manpower was insufficient, Section 6 and I were sent to deal with it. It's a complicated matter and still has yet to be resolved. I am unable to leave at
They
this
stole
time.
the story? You mean Marvel stole the story? That's wild.
Mr. Liu has given me a rundown of the situation regarding the creator. The situation is dire, so I've also shared this information with the mayor. However, my information is likely not complete. As such, I would like each of you who was there to briefly recount what happened so we can make the most accurate judgment possible.
Long story short, that Miss Sarah from the Exaltists was behind a whole string of events. Her real goal was to awaken the creator.
You should have been throwing some pears, Shinya. You always know how many pears she needs.
Meanwhile, Ye Shuyin's so-called partnership with Sarah was just a cover. What he really wanted was to destroy the creature before it could fully
There you
awaken.
go. She'll be happy now.
Unfortunately, things didn't go as planned. He overestimated himself, and in the end he was possessed by the creator's power. We ended up having to fight him.
Thanks to Xiaoguang's assistance at a crucial moment, we were able to subdue the monster under the creator's control and awaken.
I love it here. The opposite of Jose's saying. It's all thanks to Xiaoguang.
It's all thanks to Xiaoguang. Without her, we wouldn't have been able to suppress that monster or rescue Senior Ye.
Yet everything comes with a price. And that price... Xiaoguang, you used the power of the Qingming sword, didn't you?
Yeah, she did.
I'm sorry, Shifu.
When you inherited the Qingming sword, I told you, unless it's a matter of life and death, you must never draw it from its case or tap into its power source.
But my brother's life was hanging by a thread, and my friends were in danger. Please, Shifu, tell me, what situation could possibly be more dire than that?
I'm not gonna lie, even though it was wild that she was using the Qingming sword, I kind of agree with her though. Like, what other situation would you use that sword then? Like that fight that she was going through with the creator, or not really specifically the creator, but you know what I'm trying to say, is that it was dire enough.
Xiaoguang, I'm not blaming you. It's just more than saving others. I'd rather you learn to protect yourself.
Yeah, but you're not like allowing her to learn to protect herself, because in the last story, everybody just kept telling her to stay home and not do anything, and that's more the feeling of helplessness that she was going through was not helping her in any way, shape, or form.
Let's leave it here for now. Anyone else have something to add?
You suck. Where are you? You're letting the team down, Yushuan.
Though we ultimately prevailed, Ye Shuyuan left on his own in the chaos. We have no information on his whereabouts.
I've also been informed of that. I'll see what I can do to locate him.
Like now, or are you gonna do it like when you quote unquote get back?
High Preceptor, Ye Shuyuan colluded with the Exaltists, endangered Phylum Heights, and brought shame upon Yunquay Summit. Surely this can't be brushed aside with just a vague locate him, can it?
You probably don't know this, but before I left, I sent the Qingming bird to Lemnian Hollow to search for him. But the poor thing got trapped there by the Exaltists and only just made it back. When I examined the bird, I realized Shuyan had been trying to send me messages about the creator, but they never got through. So no, Shuyan never really sided with the Exaltists or betrayed Yunquay Summit. And that's exactly why we need to find him. Hear what he has to say, face to face.
It sounds like you weren't paying your Qingming bird fee. That's why the messages weren't getting through.
My brother must have had his own reasons for everything he did. I know he'd never betray us.
You gotta stay on top of your bills.
Whatever the case, Ye Shuyuan has done real damage to Yunquay Summit's reputation. Still, the details can wait until he returns. We'll deal with it properly then.
I take it you two are finished now? Then let me add something. When Sarah tried to summon the creator, we saw this really weird black mist appear. And the strange thing is, we couldn't even hit it. Our attacks went right through.
Couldn't hit it.
That black mist is a formless entity. To harm it, you must condense it into a tangible state, just like the creature the creator commanded.
I see it now. That black mist must be the true form of the creator's power. I've already discussed this with the mayor. He plans to conduct a discreet investigation through his own channels. For now, we're to stay put, especially you, Xiaoguang. You need to stay in the temple and focus on recovering. Don't take any more risks.
But Shifu's right, Xiaoguang. You fainted before, remember? You really can't keep pushing yourself like this anymore.
Shut up, Jafufu. You're not even here either. What the heck?
Yeah, Xiaoguang.
Or
Since
you.
both Shifu and the mayor are stepping in, we can finally take a little break.
You know, like when we did the polls on Friday? Did you know that I C6'd the panda? I didn't get a chance to show you guys because we were in the middle of a story when we were doing the polls. But when I finished the story over the weekend, I was able to go back in and I C6'd the panda and I C6'd Nicole. Nicole got C6'd. I don't even like Nicole. I also don't like the panda. I don't like any of the bears.
The power of the Qingming sword is both the pride of Yunhui Summit and
I know you might say, Q, poor bears, but it is what it is.
Not the time
It is what it is.
You must cherish this power and use it for the sake of many, not to serve your own feelings. So, I agree with the High Preceptor's decision. Yishun Guang,
You're gonna say
you
that.
need to rest.
How about we let Xiaoguang speak for herself first? She's the one who's actually going through all this.
Thank you, Junior.
Yishen Guang looks your way, gratitude flickering in her eyes. Then she takes a deep breath like she's gathering every ounce of courage and meets everyone's gaze head on.
I want to help with
It's
the
okay,
investigation,
Pen-san.
too.
I love you.
Even without drawing the sword, there must be something I can still do.
No. I've already said this before. If you want to avoid the sword's negative effects, you must stay away from anything related to it. This isn't up for debate. If there are no objections, I'll take my leave here.
Literally was an objection right there.
Since the High Preceptor has spoken, this meeting is concluded. Thank you all for your cooperation.
The air is heavy with silence. Yishen Guang's shoulders slump a little. She quickly lifts her hand to wipe her cheek like she's erasing something. Then, running from everyone's gaze, she turns and leaves without a word.
Mm-hmm.
Big Ben the bear, the one with the fire girl.
Whoa. Oh.
Oh, Jesus, Wise. Don't need the jump scare right now. Thank you.
Belle, I'm still not entirely at ease. Even if Xiaoguang seems fine now, we can't rule out that the Qingming Sword's effects could worsen. It won't be good if she really does lose all of her memory. Maybe we should reach out to ETHERxSOCIAL again.
You've got a point.
Right. But reaching out to Shifu directly might be disruptive. She's had her hands full lately. Let's consult Senior Fufu first.
You find Jafufu and tell her about your worries that Xiaoguang's may really be losing her memory. Turns out she's being just as anxious about it. After some discussions, she contacts Yishuan.
Shifu, we're really worried about Xiaoguang. If she really does start showing signs of memory loss, is there anything we can do?
There's nothing we can do. According to the records of past sword wielders, memory loss itself is a warning sign. Once it begins, the erosion caused by the Qingming Sword only grows stronger. And after that, there's no turning back.
Well, we're already in it then. There's no turning back. Might as well take the sword out of the box and just keep using it.
No way.
But, based on my studies, as long as the case remains intact, and Xiaoguang refrains from drawing on the sword's core power, its influence on her can, in theory, be contained. So you must keep a close eye on her condition. Whatever happens, she must never use that sword the way she did before.
Understood. We'll keep a close watch on her.
And about what I said during the meeting earlier, I was too harsh. I didn't think about how it would make her feel. I know she only wanted to help.
You probably should tell her that, not tell other people that it didn't directly affect.
But after what happened to my sister, I can't lose another person to that sword. Especially not my own disciple. Someone I'm supposed to protect. If only the Qingming Sword had chosen me instead.
Please don't blame yourself, Shifu. I know you only said those things because you're worried about Xiaoguang. I'm sure she'll understand too.
I mean, she probably feels like she's being treated like a child, as a child.
Hold on a second. That means the Qingming Sword actually chooses its own master?
Yes, that's right. The Qingming Sword chose every one of its masters. Only those it accepts can resonate with it and wield its power. But even after all these years, no one has figured out what that sword looks for. It doesn't seem tied to strength, talent, or anything measurable.
Wow. Way to say that Xinguang is weak, talentless.
Back when Xiaoguang and Shiyan joined Yunquei Summit, Mr. Liu thought Shiyan showed far greater potential. I once guessed the Qingming Sword might choose people with a certain kind of constitution, but that doesn't explain why it passed over me, when my constitution is far closer to my sister's, and chose Xiaoguang instead.
Give me a second there, Shinya. I gotta grab a drink. All right, I grabbed my water. You can't see the posture check, but I can assure you that it's been complete. I'll have my camera back on tomorrow for stream. I appreciate that.
We know far too little about this sword.
Even though I am super tired, I did still get my my workout in today. I'm doing the upper abs today. That one hurt. It's my first time. It's funny. Last week I had my first exercise where I struggled to get my 5 sets of 20 in. Today I could not do 5 sets of 20. I had to switch it to 3 sets of 10. My upper abs not strong. Need to work on those. But I definitely continuing to try to be healthy. But thank you very much.
Sorry if this sounds blunt, but if we already knew the tragic fate of the Qingming Sword's wielders, why let Xiaoguang inherit it?
That's true. That's true. That's true. That's exact reason is the reason why when we take our holiday break here at Ether, we don't start on January 1st because I'm very aware that people are going to be super tired on January 2nd. So we usually always take that first couple days of January off.
This was my mistake. One I'll never
Thank you.
forgive
Thank you.
myself for.
I try.
After my sister's accident, I devoted
I appreciate
everything
that.
I had to studying how to suppress the sword's side effects. When I finally succeeded with the case, I naively thought that would be enough, and that the sword could be tamed. So, I let my guard down. Back then, Xiaoguang had only just joined the sect. She was still a curious child. One day, when she was playing behind the mountain, she wandered into an off-limit area where the case was kept. All it took was one touch, and the sword chose her.
Damn.
Once the bond is formed, it can't be undone until the keeper's death.
Damn. If you do miss a stream, do not worry. You can catch all of our streams, or at least you can catch all of our videos the very next day after they're uploaded from here at youtube.com/ETHERxVault. Oh, for sure. If your health is trash, we're not building anything together. And it's not fun.
Only I'd been more careful with its safekeeping. The case had been successful, and I let my pride dull my vigilance. None of this would have happened.
I've heard about it. According to Elder Lu, it was just an accident. No one could have known that something as simple as a touch would form a bond. Instead of blaming anyone, maybe we should focus on what to do next. The way she looked just now, she must be really hurting inside.
It's only fun when everyone's having fun.
That's
Yeah.
what I thought too. Leaving her alone with her thoughts right now probably isn't helping.
It's true though.
How about I go talk to her?
I still have something I need to take care of. So if you could go keep her company, that'd be perfect.
If you're enjoying the work that you're doing, you're more apt to, I mean, for lack of a better word, you're more apt to do better work. It's crazy. Like when I was working at BlackBerry a long time ago. We used to have managers that would try to lead through fear. And you're like, get your work done. Stay focused. We have stuff to do. And it was surprising just by like asking my team, like, what are you doing this weekend? And then on Monday, how was whatever that thing was? Like, like going to a family barbecue. And then on Monday, you're just like, how was the family barbecue? Like stuff like that. Just, you'd be surprised how much or how little effort it would take on a management side to care about your employees. And what it always resulted was my team just cranking numbers out of the park. It also changes the dynamic where, and to a certain degree, this could actually go the wrong way, but it changes the dynamic of just like them working for me rather than it becomes more of us, let's work together to get to that goal. Which is a completely different framing and always achieves where we need to go. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm not a fan of that. Bosses do suck. Yeah. A lot of managers, they get into their position because, they were a good employee, or it's I've been here long enough. Or I know the most on how this job functions. That doesn't just naturally make you a proper manager. There's a whole process to it, and like it's more people based than performance based than what people would like to admit.
Please, when you see her, tell her I'm sorry. Tell her it's my fault.
It really is your fault though. I don't think anybody needs to tell her that. Yishuan lets out a quiet sigh before ending the call. Jafufu and Wise both have other matters to attend to and leave soon after. What do you have to do, Wise? I understand, Jafufu. What do you have to do? I don't want to manage shit. I like managing. Which is so weird because for most of my life I didn't like managing. But during my years at BlackBerry, as well as when I first started building kind of what we were here, it was a couple of predecessors prior where we had Velocity Gaming and then Revolver Gaming Network. I really started to enjoy management during those phases. All right, enjoy your shower. Thank you for the lurk. I appreciate that. And I appreciate the biddy as well. Taking care of yourself is important. For some reason, I just thought, like, you know, the well-being of your employees is important, you know, because, you know, like you were saying before, Shinya, you know, if you're having fun, it's a lot better, right? And I just immediately thought of, like, recently I saw a TikTok, and it was kind of talking about a management style that was all about pushing performance. And pushing performance even when their staff is down, so they're short-staffed, and still pushing for that performance, resulted in this woman just going and chilling in the bathroom, which, by all means, totally makes sense, and I would do the same thing myself. But if you're creating that positive environment, you're least likely to have that. You're also least likely to have to be pushing on people. Performance review. You know what's really, you know, I also hate performance reviews. Even as a manager, I hate performance reviews. I don't want to babysit anymore. Had enough in the air for it. See, so if you're babysitting, that is not, I'm not saying you're poor management, but you should not be, whoever hired them failed. You shouldn't be babysitting, period, right? Which I can understand, especially when you're talking about the Air Force. A lot of people go into the armed forces because they have no other, they feel they have no other opportunity to go to. I've heard that, you know, the pay can be good, and there's a lot of youngins in there, so of course you're babysitting. That totally makes sense. It's kind of one of the jobs. It's kind of one of the jobs where you can basically say, like, I want this job, and they're just like, yeah, and you're like, yeah, and they're like, okay, you're hired. Most other jobs would be like, so, you know, give me your references and da 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 type of stuff. I was actually looking into the armed forces recently. I was just like, what's the latest you can join the armed forces here in Canada? So it was interesting. I was looking into that type of stuff. We had this passing tour, and they had our coworkers evaluate us. Oh, peer reviews? Yeah, I also don't feel that peer reviews... I feel like peer reviews are a way for them to shirk their responsibility and give it to you. And then also, it's also bad because, like, it creates it creates issues between you and your coworkers, rather than the people that were creating the issues in the first place, which is your management. Management should just do the performance review. And like I said, for me personally, I don't like doing performance reviews because I don't want to tell you when you're not doing good, right? Like, and I've figured out, you know, how to go about it in a different way other than just like, hey, you suck. But I also don't hire people that suck. I have in the past, but this time around, heck no. But anyways, peer reviews, like I said, puts the onus back onto the employees, and you'll be like, oh, so I didn't get my bonus because fucking Janice said that, you know, I take a a little bit longer lunch break than everybody else, but I get my work done. But Janice doesn't care about that shit, and so you know what I'm saying. Like it kind of ruins the employee ecosystem itself. Honestly, I'm broke. Yeah. Stubborn? Interesting. Well, did Lee deserve it? Because if Lee deserved it, that needs to be in their performance review. Maybe Lee needs to learn how to walk. Did you ever think of that, boss? He deserves it, yeah. You open the notebook and take a quick glance. It's filled with densely packed text, seemingly documenting something in great detail. But feeling a bit guilty, you can't make out the details. You quickly close it back up. What is the messed up thing? Maybe I shouldn't read it if it's Xiao Guang's new diary entry. Just then a familiar voice comes from behind me. It sounds a bit startled and flustered even.
Well? What are you doing here?
I heard something strange now.
Oh, well, when I knocked earlier, I heard a strange noise from inside. I thought something might have happened to you, so...
Suddenly, a chubby orange cat waddles out from the corner of the room. It looks over, meows triumphantly, and struts right past our feet. So that weird noise just now must have been this little cat's doing. It's funny also, I was taking pictures. I've never really taken pictures in this game before, but it was just after the ending of the story, and I was actually in Xinguang's room, and I think I accidentally hit the camera part. But, like, I saw this chunky cat, and I'm just like, holy crap. This cat is hella chunky. You'll see in a second.
Thank you. I'm fine, really.
There was an annoying girl who was friends with this other girl. Mind you, she wasn't following the dress code, and she never got called out. Simply because she was the favorite. Oh, no way. No way. Yes, good old business casual, including a hoodie. What? There's a guy at my job that's supposed to wear business casual, but only wears shorts? Don't tell me he's wearing shorts right now. I know it's definitely cold over in Washington. That's crazy. That is crazy. You know what's funny? Like, kind of speaking of that, like, I told you guys before I was having a problem with my bank in regards to my mortgage. She's fine. Don't worry. I did leave a review, by the way, a very, very messed up review, and they reached out to me and was just like, hey, can we talk to you more about this? And I was like, no. I was just like, what's the point of me telling you how you screwed up? You're not going to be able to go back and fix anything, so what's the point of me even trying to talk to you about it? Anyways, when I was working, this is a different instance. I was working with the bank because my sister needed to remove an account from the bank, but she was no longer a part of that bank anymore. So, and because it was tied to my mother, I needed to be part of the process where we signed up for this new account and whatever. But anyways, there's this gentleman that we were working with, and he was literally dressed in track pants. And I'm just like, track pants at a bank? Shouldn't you be like wearing business, like not formal wear, but business wear, like business attire? Track pants? And so because he was wearing track pants, it gave me a vibe of like uneasiness. Like, are you properly doing your job? Like, I don't know. It's, I know, like, it, like what someone wears doesn't define who they are, but you know what I'm trying to say? Am I a weird person for feeling that way? But yeah. No way. Wait, so you're saying, yep, he does wear shorts in the winter? Heck no. I mean, I'll do the no jacket from time to time, you know, especially if I'm going from the house to the car to the house, whatever. But shorts in the wintertime? Heck no. Yeah, so basically what I wrote in the review is, unless you're working with this other girl named Mandy, which she works on investments, unless you're working with Mandy on investments, don't choose this bank. Like, I just blunt, just don't come here. Period. If you own your own business, that's different, for sure. It does define them? You think so? I don't know. I mean, like, I'm trying to figure out, like, what in, because for me, like, personally, like, I own my own business, right? I'm not gonna lie, there's days where I don't dress up. There's days where I'm like rocking pajamas as I'm working on things, but that's obviously different, right? Because I'm working from home. If I was actually working in an office environment, yeah, I would definitely be dressed up every day. So it's, I don't know. I guess you're right. Like, I naturally already would be following the attire that's necessary. I'm also, like, speaking of attire, this is turning into just chatting about attire.
But you, my diary?
One of the things that's becoming my pet peeve as I'm getting older is going to a restaurant that is semi-formal to formal, and then watching somebody walk in with casual clothes is now becoming my new pet peeve. It's starting to really bother me. I'm there, and it's not even so much there's just like, I had to dress up, why are you not dressing up? No, it's not even that. Like if I'm going out to a formal restaurant, I like the idea of dressing up. I like the idea of making it more than just eating the food, right? It's an experience, right? But then the fact that the staff doesn't turn the person away from the restaurant when they clearly aren't following dress code drives me nuts. It, like, gives me, like, to be a certain degree, it gives me, like, desperate vibes from the restaurant, where it's just like, you're so desperate for money that you can't turn this dude away. And I feel like that's something that's, like, progressively has been changing. And I remember in the 90s and early 2000s where that's a hard no. You don't come dressed up properly to a restaurant? No. They refuse service. Now, they're just like, eh. And then I know they don't say anything because the person's having clearly a great time. And it's just like, oh my god, drives me nuts. Tracksuit guy. Yeah. He gives you no excuse to wear. Yeah, I'm always down for excuses for new clothes. Yeah, that's crazy though. Like, I don't know. I feel like if your restaurant is successful and you build it based upon it's not ethics, but you know what I'm trying to say, like you have these rules that you follow, and if your patrons follow that, the whole vibe just becomes different, and you don't need to chase that dollar like they should. Agreed.
Don't worry, I just got here. I didn't read your diary, I swear.
If it's you, I don't really mind. It's just trivial everyday things anyway. Nothing special.
Shorts under leggings? What? What? That's a little backwards. Yeah, what the heck?
Oh, you're both here. Perfect. I was just about to go looking for you. Xiaoguang, about what happened at the meeting. Shifu asked us to pass on her apology.
I know. She's only being strict because she cares. I understand that.
Then impress him at home. If he already lives with you, why are you trying to impress him at work? Because he likes legs. Hey, husband. You married me. Did you know I have legs? Yeah, most people have legs. Yeah, do it at home. Be like, hey, look at these legs. All right, let's get to work.
Anyway, thank you, both of you, for worrying about
He's
me.
trying to cook. Did you notice that today that there was a slight, what is it, charring to the food? Yeah, his wife is really impressing him with the legs. He's slightly burning the food. Oh, great.
You know, Xiaoguang, you don't have to be so considerate all the time. It's okay to feel bothered, to get upset. If I were in your shoes, I'd be hurt too.
That was also your server for the day. Yeah. Yeah. She also not only did she inspire him with her legs, she discouraged customers with her legs.
Totally normal, really. Everyone feels that way sometimes. So,
Would you like to
don't
request a
keep
new
blaming
waitress?
yourself,
Yeah.
Okay?
Thank you, really.
Yeah, maybe one with less legs.
Don't worry, I'm okay.
That's wild. Shorts under leggings. God, I hope that never becomes a trend.
Alright. Shifu also asked us to do something else. A little test for you, actually. She just wants to make sure your memory is still doing fine. Just answer whatever feels right, okay?
Uh-huh? A test? Alright then.
It sounds so weird. That's like it gives me the vibe of just like, I'm about to go outside, I'm gonna put my jacket on, and then I'm gonna put my sweater over top of that. And you're just like, wait, what? It's the other way around. What?
I don't know everything you two have been through, so I'll let you do the asking. Just 3 questions will be enough.
It is cold. Though last week, I'm assuming you probably had it, was it? For me it was Friday, so maybe Thursday for you, Shinya? Was it really warm down where you were at? It got to, I think the temperature, if I had to convert it, was, it was like high 40s. High 40s? Yeah, I would probably want to say high 40s. Maybe low 50s on Friday. I'm like, what the heck? Yeah, wasn't it crazy? I was just like, this is not right. Like, we're supposed to, and if I'm trying to use like Fahrenheit, it's supposed to be like negative 10 degrees Fahrenheit through the entire winter. And we're just getting this whipping back and forth where it's just like snow, like, and it's staying, unfortunately, it's staying around 32, and 32 is a bad area. It's a bad area. That's where the snow likes to live. Any single time that it's precipitating, you're getting the snow. It needs to be colder so I don't get the snow. But then it just keeps whipping back and forth, and we're getting so much rain, and then snow, rain, snow, and it's just making it like slushy and crap here.
question. What did we have back at Yamchasin?
I mean, I didn't wear a jacket at all last Friday. Not even close. Yeah, actually, funny thing is, I actually saw that. I think it was by 2050. I mean, that's a long way off, right? By 2050, the Austin area, or even kind of like that whole part of Texas, to be honest, is going to be no longer habitable because of the temperatures. I'm not saying that it's not like people are going to move out. They're definitely going to still be there, but the temperatures are going to be so unbearable. Yeah, I just thought it's a science video. Something that some constituents would disagree with. But yeah. All right. Enjoy your drink.
The Moonbell Osmanthus cakes, made with the very first golden blossoms picked this morning. Soft, sweet, and melt right in your mouth. They go perfectly with tea.
I would be surprised though by the time that like 2050 rolls around. I would not be surprised if here, where I am in Canada, we would just have no more winter. It'd be gone.
I also asked you.
I actually did see that.
Fall to the bottom of the cup. So
I saw that pop up on Netflix this afternoon, actually.
And you told me that memories aren't reflections in a teacup, and that the tea leaves can still float back up if something stirs them one day.
Looks like you got the first one right. So let's move on to question 2.
So I finished watching Prince of Tennis, and now I'm watching Tokyo Ghoul.
When you were doing fortune reading for everyone, what role were you pretending to be?
For the first time? Yeah, for the first time, and stupidly, like, I, what do you call it, I didn't realize that there was Tokyo Ghoul and then Tokyo Ghoul RE. This is one of those, like, random purchases I made in 2020. But I bought Tokyo Ghoul RE, which is actually well, it's the sequel. So now I'm watching the sequel before I watched the original. Have ruined the Earth? Yeah, probably. He'll probably still be there. Oh, really? I'm actually enjoying it.
Master.
So I guess I enjoy trash.
And Bolion was there helping out, and then I ran into you.
Right again. Now on to the final question.
Last question. What do you like being called the most?
Wait, isn't this question a bit too sudden?
To me, it gives me similar vibes to Jujutsu Kaisen, which I didn't actually fully like Jujutsu Kaisen.
It's that. That.
Senior?
And I've also decided to push on with One Piece, even though I have no idea what's going on. I'm just watching it for the sake of watching it anymore. The enjoyment has left. It went from a 5 out of 5 anime down to like a 2 out of 5. So right now I'm just hoping that it's going to get back into a better swing. I can understand what the fuck's going on. So meh for me? That's fair. Two out of 10. I wouldn't go that far.
Wow, the wind totally drowned you out. Didn't really hear you. Mind saying that a bit louder?
It's Senior. Aw, you're teasing me again.
Perfect. Seems like your memory's just fine. That really puts my mind at ease. It's getting late, so so I'll head out first. You two get some rest, alright?
After Jafufu says her goodbye, she leaves the room. Now it's just you and Ye Xingguang, and somehow the air feels a little different. Just as you're about to come up with an excuse to head back to your room, Xiaoguang calls out to you. I've never seen Naruto. I know what it is, though, but I've never seen it. Other than, like, maybe, like, random snippets back in the day when it was on TV. So far, the only anime that I've dealt with that's had what I would classify as filler or an obscene amount of filler is One Piece. It once it gets, I'm trying to remember when it stopped. My brain's not braining right now, but there was a time where like the filler dropped off, but prior to that was just disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. It was literally 110% filler in the first seasons, and then started to fizzle out to what I would say where you're at right now, 10% filler. I think when you look at the entire series, you forget how much filler there is, but when you're at the beginning and actually going through it, it's a stupid amount of filler. The amount of times they recapped the beginning of the adventure was like, okay, at this point you got to be brain dead and not understand how each character got onto the ship. We don't need to recap it again and again and again and again and again. Fair enough. And so I think for me, because I haven't really dealt with any anime, like for me personally, One Piece is the first of that kind of doing that amount of episodes, right? So obviously comparing to all the other anime I've watched that's been like 2 seasons long of 13 episodes each, right? Like, yeah, comparatively, yeah. But if I was to watch, let's say, I think Naruto would probably be another one that would have a lot. Bleach would probably be another one that would have a lot. So yeah, I can understand if you're comparing it to those other ones, but I haven't watched those other ones yet, and I don't know if I ever will. I think once I'm done One Piece, I think I won't want to go into another series like that's long like that for a long time. Yeah. I couldn't even think of another one that would potentially be a long-running series. After saying goodbye to Xiaoguang, you head back to your room to rest. Tonight's sky seems especially peaceful and beautiful. You enjoy the journey? That's fair. The only thing that I like, and that's why I said like I got turned off of One Piece probably for about a month and a half. Is like I don't know. I'm trying to figure out like would I go about, like would I do this if I was like to be writing a series myself? But the need to, you have to watch the movie in order to understand. I get it, but in the same sense it pisses me off. Because it's just like, because I know how Netflix is. Netflix right now is just like, put the whole series on there. You're like, yeah, should we put the movies on there? No. Put the movies on rotationally. And so when they first started putting One Piece on there, they definitely had the movies from the beginning. And then as they've been adding the other ones on, they've been removing the initial ones. Well, there's gaps now in the story where you're just like, what the fuck happened? Like, And I don't want to get like Crunchyroll. I don't want to have to get multiple services to watch it properly. And so I don't know. And I know obviously like if I went to like a free site, I wouldn't have to deal with any of that type of stuff, right? But I don't know. I already have Netflix, and it's not something I can actually get rid of right now. Or like if I was living on my own, I would just get rid of it and then just kind of work from there. But it's kind of my contribution to the house, so I can't kind of be like, nope. Because if I take that out, then I'm going to have to contribute elsewhere, and I'd rather not. I'd rather just be like, no, I'm just going to contribute to the Netflix and the internet. And the other person takes care of the utilities. So it's something I can't really kind of go away from right now. And so if I'm already going to have the one series, I wish everything was kind of just right there. That'd be kind of good. It's the same thing, like this is completely the different aspect. But like I loved watching Power Rangers, but Power Rangers is in that same vibe. It's in that same vibe where it's just like they're adding the newer seasons of Power Rangers and removing the ones at the beginning of this, like at the beginning. And so it's like if one day I was just like, you know what, I want to go back and start watching. Nope, you can't. No. I could tell you right now, 100%. I think you're missing one of these pieces, because I don't classify myself as a brain dead person, and it kind of I'm not, and I kind of try not to take this like personally when you say that you disagree with me on that, because it makes it seem like you're calling me brain dead, because there's a massive gap, and maybe you've watched this series on other platforms, but there's a massive gap that makes no fucking sense. Like I tried to explain it to you. They got the panda guy put them all into the bubbles. Then Luffy is meeting with like the Amazon women, and then whole crew's back. You're just like, how the fuck is the whole crew back? What happened to everybody else when they got teleported somewhere else? Like what happened to that? And there's no gaps in like the numbers. Like I've actually like gone onto like Reddit and verified all the numbers that Netflix has on there, and there's no gap. But there makes no fucking sense how it's just whole brain's back, we're good. And you're just like, cool, all right, awesome, that's great. That's great. So like it, like I don't know, that killed it for me. Like that literally killed it for me, because at the beginning I was like sitting there being like, oh, the amount of filler is just really turning me off. It's just so much back and forth recapping, and then also then the filler came off, and I'm just like, oh shit, okay, so everybody's on the boat now, we're moving along, this is enjoyable. Okay, I can see how people like this, and just like building, love this, and just like gone. You're just like, what the fuck happened? Like, what the fuck happened? I don't know. It really pisses me off, because I wanna understand this series. I want to like the series as much as like, especially some of the diehards out there, but that fucks up. And like you said it's a Netflix issue, but I verified it with Reddit. So if it's a Netflix issue, it's a Reddit issue. They're all saying it's the exact same playlist, and I don't know what's going on. There's no episodes missing, but I don't know what's going on.
It's already so late. Who in the world?
And I'm not one of those people that likes to put on anime and then pass out. So I'm like actively watching as I'm like eating my food and staring at it, and I'm just like, what the fuck? It's not like it seems to be, what I've noticed so far is it's been one movie. It seems to be one movie, because like there's other times where like the show will kind of like they'll kind of like hint that a movie happened, but you're not missing anything. You can clear like they just kind of move through it, and you're not missing anything. But where I'm at in the story right now, there clearly was a movie, and they're trying to do a special episode. Well, they even at the beginning of each show, they're just like, this is a special episode regarding the movie. And you're like, but you're not explaining anything. You're just basically saying like, there was a movie, we're moving forward. But this has to do with the movie. Well, if I didn't see the movie, how do I understand these episodes? The biggest was animation. I like the animation of One Piece. I enjoy it. It's really weird that the chest region seems to be growing as the episodes move forward. Little weird, but aside from that, I like the whole animation, and I like the characters. I think the characters are phenomenal. Every single one that's come on, I initially thought like, I'm not sure how I feel about these characters. I'm not sure if this character is necessary, if they're gonna actually have some like benefit to the team. But as the series has progressed, each character is integral to the story. Each character brings their own vibe to each situation or story, and it's very well written. In regards to like what Jose was saying earlier, I totally agree with that. Very, very well written, and the slow build-up really does make sense. Really does make sense. It like at the beginning you're just like, it seems like they're dragging it out, but because of the way they did the build up, it makes the journeys later on that much more impactful. And so I would argue it's not really slow because it's 1,200 episodes. No, I just mean in regards to like for people that like watch like, you know, like I said, a season that is 12 episodes or 24 episodes, it's gonna come off slow. But if you're there for the entire series, they're not slow. You need that build up.
Did I really see that? That shadowy figure? Was it just my imagination? Whatever. I'll just follow it and see what's going on. There's nothing here. This is Swabian Temple. No evil spirit would dare show up here. It's probably just a thief. Oh, there's a cat over there. I'll go take a look.
Oh, welcome back, Hugh. Sorry, I didn't get a chance to say that. See, this is the cat I was talking about before. This cat is hella chonky. Stop feeding this cat. It's going to die. You can sense it. There's definitely something lurking behind you. Speaking of slow, Zenless definitely has a slow story.
Junior, finally we meet again.
Oh, no way.
I know you.
Surprised? Thought I was your sweet, well-behaved senior? Too bad. The one standing here now is a beast who just wants to survive.
Yeah.
I've been waiting for
Yeah,
you
for sure.
such a long time, my dear Junior.
Wait, Jiaguang, is that you?
Wait, is it really you?
Xiaoguang? Oh, you mean that naive, sweet girl who's always ready to sacrifice herself for others? The one who never says no, no matter what?
I would say, though, however, Zenless' story has been starting to increase in coherency. It actually starts to connect it's not just a bunch of random stories now. They still have a long way to go. But it's getting better. But the thing that bothers me right now about Zenless is it's a fighting game. It's a game where you're going to be fighting in the hollow. But I'll go like, I don't know, I'll spend hollow time. I would probably spend like, let's say 20 minutes, 30 minutes. The rest of the time is just me reading and listening to the story. It's a little much.
Tell me, do you want me to be her? Well, it doesn't matter what you think. I am part of her. Always have been. We were never apart.
You're her other self. So we have another character in the Hoyoverse that has split personalities.
Could it be? You're a split personality?
You're trying to get Xinguang? I'm hoping that by this Friday I can generate enough pulls to be able to pick her up. Over on Genshin, I'm getting to the point where, like, guaranteed Columbina. Guaranteed. I'm at 81 pulls now. So even if my pity's at 0 and my 50-50, I lost my last 50-50. Guaranteed. Just read that Netflix Canada has hundreds of videos, especially from the middle of the series. Still on Peace. My apologies. I'm not gonna lie, I don't even understand what that even meant. Just read that Netflix Canada has hundreds of videos. Hundreds of videos? Like missing or what? Because right now, like what I've verified so far up to this point, I have not missed anything. They are still adding things for sure. Like what was it? The new one that they said they were going to add was, we're going to be adding, we're going to be doing remastered versions of episode. I think it's like episodes 15 to 28. But 15 to 28 are already there. They're just going to be putting the remastered ones in there instead. I got D-Luke not lucky in the least. I don't know. I'd be happy with the D-Luke, but I know I'm not on D-Luke C8, C9.
If that makes it easier for you, feel free to think of me as such. I'm the one she hides under that perfect obedient mask. The one she refuses to admit exists, but can't erase her other half. If she's the light, then I'm her shadow. If she's the saint high above, then I'm the one crawling through the dirt. She's willing to use that sword, that cursed power, to save everyone, to play the hero.
C9? Dang.
Funny, but me? I just want to live. How can you save others when you can't even save yourself? It's all just a story people make up to feel moved by their own sacrifice. The stupidest lie ever told.
I can't agree with that. Xiaoguang's wish to help others isn't some kind of fake sentiment. It's genuine.
You're really protective of her, aren't you? I like it. No wonder she thinks you're so special. But let me tell you something. Every chosen heir of the Qingming sword is expected to become a hero. And yet, people are selfish by nature. Behind every noble reason hides an ugly truth. People want heroes. They raise their banners high, but all they really want is someone else to take the fall. A shield to stand in front of them. Someone to die in their place. But when that hero burns out, when she's spent everything she has, what then? Oh, they'll build a monument, offer flowers, shed a few pretty tears, write poems about her glory, and then they'll wait for the next fool to pick up the sword, to become the new hero. No one ever cares about the person beneath that title, the one who bleeds, who trembles, who cries. So tell me, if one day that hero stood before everyone and said, "It hurts, I can't do this anymore, I just want to live," what do you think would happen?
People would understand, right? Everyone has the right to choose for themselves.
You really are just as naive as she is.
The Yi Xunguang before you suddenly leans in, her breath warm against your ear.
The truth is, heart chose me, I knew exactly what I wanted. To be anything but a hero. I refuse to die before the world does.
She seems very similar to Layla from Genshin. Yixingguang, fingertips brushed lightly against your cheek, bringing a slight chill. With a half smile, she gives you a teasing look, her lips curving in that sly, knowing way.
Oh, did I scare you? Don't worry. I just needed some air. She'll be back very soon.
Lady perv.
How about I let you in on a little secret? This outfit? I picked it out for her. Pretty, isn't it? Looks like it's about time. She's waking up. Guess we'll talk again soon.
Wait, I still have tons of questions to ask you.
Before you can finish your sentence, it's as if the white-haired Xiaoguang suddenly shuts down, her eyes fluttering shut. A moment later, the familiar Xiaoguang finally returns. You would see the hair change color, and also the clothes would change color. Thank you for the bit donation, Jose. I really appreciate that, buddy. Weird.
Again, everyone. Remember me? I'm Jill from Krampus Compliance Authority. Yup, that Judgment Division of Tops. The one that makes all the bad guys run for cover.
You just got a talent of 10?
And this lovely young lady must be the rising star of the Koi Summit.
Yeah, right now I'm I don't have enough materials to level up things. So yeah, same issue on my side. Not the Mora side, more the I don't have anything to break down.
We've never really had the chance to properly get acquainted, have we?
Hello. I'm Yashingguang. It's nice to meet you, Miss Zhao from Krampus.
Honestly, the honor's all mine. Finally meeting the legend herself? In person? You know, there are people out there secretly placing bets that you'll become new Eridu's next Void Hunter. They're saying stuff like, she'll be the one to restore Yunkai Summit's former glory and all that.
What? Oh, I'm not that amazing. I just...
It's not that I can't kill anything. It's not, sorry, let me rephrase this. It's not the materials that you need to get to upgrade things. It's more breaking down the artifacts themselves to upgrade the artifacts. That's the stuff that I'm poor on right now. Sorry, I should have resaid that.
Oh, no need to be modest. For someone as gifted and talented as you, someone who turns heads just by walking in the crowd.
Yeah, I had something close to that on, and well, no. So I had 100 million Mora, or something like that, or maybe 10 million Mora. Now I'm down to 8 million, 7 million, somewhere in there.
Please don't say things like that.
I'm kidding. Don't take it too seriously. Still, you're the chosen one, aren't you? And we also have Miss Belle here. Lovely to see you again, too.
Is it just me? Or does Miss Zhao seem kinda different today?
Oh, looks like you're still getting to know me. My attitude always depends on the relationship, you know. Like today, I came all the way here with a bunch of carefully chosen gifts just to see you guys. But aside from these little goodies, I also brought something you'll definitely want. Information about Mr.
Yeah, more is not the issue. I'm sitting there with a bag of money and being like, well, I don't have any artifacts to be able to upgrade anything, so
You mean
yeah.
my brother?
So tell me.
And I don't want to sit
since
there
I'm a
just
pretty great guess,
chucking fragile fragments out the door just so I can keep running domains and bosses and ley lines.
You said you have news about my brother? Wait, do you actually know where he is?
Don't get all worked up, Missy. Rushing won't get you anywhere. But your instincts are spot on. I do happen to have a lead on your brother's whereabouts.
Where is he? Please tell me.
Well, that's not very professional of you. In our line of work, it all comes down to equal exchange. I give you what you want, and you give me what I want. Fair, efficient, and perfectly transparent. Barging in and asking for something before offering a trade? That's some questionable manners, don't you think?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, so they're running Columbina and Anefa, and then the new girl with the new dude. And then we're looking at, what was it? Nouvelette? Was on the next one? Columbina would be dope.
She's just really worried. It's her brother we're talking about. So, what's your condition? What do you want from us?
Now we're talking, Proxy. A new unknown area has appeared in Lemnian Hollow, and I'm heading there to investigate. That's why I'm here.
An unknown area?
Correct. And to sweeten the deal, I'll throw in a bonus. According to the latest observation data, the area covered by Lemnian Hollow has expanded by approximately 0.002%.
Zabai, yeah, correct.
Accompanied by abnormal miasma activity. This occurred right after your battle with Yeshuyun ended.
I'm going to be pulling for Columbina first, then Zabai next, and then Nouvelette third. That's my aim.
So, my theory is that there's some kind of abnormal miasma in that newly emerged unknown area, which is causing Lemnian Hollow to expand. I need your help investigating it.
But why me? If you need help from a proxy, I get that, but what can I do for you?
Because you're the current keeper of the Qingming Sword. And I've heard a few interesting tidbits from Dylan. Like how the Qingming Sword reacts oddly near the hollow steps. And also, did those white flowers that appeared in Wai-Fei cause a strange reaction from the sword? Like some sort of resonance.
Anefa over Dragon Judge? I don't know, like... I'm not really, like... When Anefa first came out, I wanted to get Anefa. But then, how I've seen the Lunar, reaction develop, I think Anefa is kind of like the beginning, so she's not as strong. But I don't know. I want Nouvelette because he's just a cool character. Like I'm not picking up Nouvelette because I'm just like he's clearly stronger than an Effa. No, he's a really cool character. I'd love to pick him up. I definitely want to pick up Columbina and Zabai more from their cool characters. Plus, they're also strong characters. But yeah.
That's right. The Qingming
Well,
sword started trembling when
Zabai
it
is
came into
strong,
contact with
but
those
she's
flowers.
very
Wait, how did you know?
niche. I heard during a video today that she only has technically one team set up.
I'm just connecting the dots on what we know so far. If my guess is right, the power of that sword, this new area, and the entire Lemnian Hollow
Columbina
are
over
all
cleaning robot.
connected somehow. And those strange white flowers may just be related to the abnormal miasma causing this expansion. So, I need you, Missy, and our brilliant proxy friend here
True.
to join me. Of course, as payment, I'll give you the exact coordinates where your brother was last seen. I spotted him right at the edge of that new area.
Technically, if you think about it, like right now, Genshin doesn't seem to be slowing down. I have heard rumors that there will be a Genshin 2 at some point, that the story will end. But with it not slowing down, technically, I'm going to get all of these characters eventually.
All right, I'll do it.
That's a decisive answer.
I want to say yes, but Xiaoguang's health. Yishuan Shifu warned us more than once not to let her get near anything that could trigger the Qingming sword again.
I'm fine, Junior. You tested me before, remember? My memory's perfectly normal. I've already asked Senior Fufu and the others. None of them have found any trace of my brother. This might just be my best shot.
I understand where you're coming from, but this is too risky. I need to think it over. Miss Zhao, what if it's me and a few other Yunquei Summit disciples who go with you instead of Xiaoguang?
Yeah, Zabai would really help you with Lunar Crystallize, which would bring the even if you got the dude, the Geo dude, it would actually help with your Navia as well. But that's where she gets candy from.
Not an option. Observing the connection between that hollow area and the Qingming sword is part of my research. My terms are non-negotiable. Looks like you two aren't exactly on the same page yet. That's all right. I'm patient. I can wait. And don't worry, I never force a deal. So, if you decide you do want to work with me,
Also, let you know, Anefa will be moving to standard banner after this.
Proxy, you're smart, I can tell. I'm sure you'll make the most reasonable choice.
Yeah, I know he's really cute. Zhao turns to leave, but before walking away, she shoots you a knowing look. Before you can figure out what that means, Ye Xingguang speaks up, her voice tight with urgency.
I know you still have concerns, but this lead means everything to me. Don't worry, if Yishuan Shifu finds out and punishes us, I'll take full responsibility.
God, I hope the front door's not open. It'd be cold outside.
Please, I need this.
I don't care if I get punished. What matters to me is your health condition. We know too little about the Qingming sword. We can't take blind risks.
Yes, do shut the back door. That's risky business.
You know, before my brother left, I think I heard him say something.
Mm-hmm.
He said he'd save me. So I think maybe that's why he left without telling anyone why. Maybe it's because of me, but here I am, pretending nothing happened. Stuck here in safety.
Man, you got side doors?
Waiting, praying,
You rich.
doing nothing. I don't want to be the fragile doll hiding in a glass house everyone keeps locked away anymore. I want to give something back. To use my strength to protect the people who've always protected me. I want to return the warmth and love.
Yeah, we gotta make sure you close those Wandos.
Hands.
you feel. I really do. But that sword is dangerous for you. I'm responsible for your safety.
Junior, you have a brother too. If he went missing one day, you'd do the same, wouldn't you?
All right. I respect your choice. We'll go together.
Richie Rich.
Thank you. Really. Thank you. To be honest, I've been meaning to tell you that you're really special to me.
Richie Rich. If I remember correctly, the character that plays him ends up playing on, I think it was on High School Musical. Or Zack and Cody's Sweet Life.
Maybe it's the sword, but everyone, my brother and all the people
It's a movie.
They all
I've never
treat me
seen
like
the
I'm
movie,
made
but I'm
glass.
aware of Richie Rich.
I know they mean well, but it makes me feel guilty and trapped. But you listen to me. You stand up for me. You make me feel respected. That means more to me than I can ever say.
No need to thank me, but promise me one thing.
Is Richie Rich Macaulay Culkin?
Whatever happens in the Hollow,
Oh,
promise
I'm thinking
me
of
you'll
another
put your
character.
own safety first.
Or another person.
I promise.
And about what you said, that you don't want to be the one who always needs protecting. Honestly, I've never thought of myself as your protector. You're way too strong for that, Senior. I'm just accompanying you, that's all. No matter what you decide to do, just know that I'll be by your side. That's a promise. Will you promise me that too? So whenever I look over, I know you'll be there?
Yes, I promise. Whenever we turn around, whenever we look over our shoulders, we'll always see each other there. Pinky promise.
Once again, Zhao Guang holds out her pinky, only this time she doesn't hesitate at all. Her eyes sparkle, her fingertip warm and firm. You hook your pinky with hers. This promise now looks more solemn than a vow.
I knew it! You came after all. I just knew you'd make the right choice.
Before we go, there's one thing I want to ask you.
Go on.
You said you wanted to investigate because you detected signs of the hollow expanding. But you're from Tops, aren't you? I mean, would Tops really care about what happens to Phylum Heights? No matter what goes wrong here, it wouldn't really affect you, would it?
It's only natural you'd think that way, Missy. The moment you learned I work for Tops, you'd start assuming that everything I do is for their benefit. And honestly, that's not entirely wrong. But like I said before, I'm with Krampus Compliance Authority. Krampus does operate under Tops, sure. But our duty is to audit, judge, and enforce the rules. Those useless clowns Tops sent to Phylum Heights before were our judgment targets. So besides, the bigger an organization gets, the messier its internal politics become.
So what you're saying is...
Don't forget, Krampus is the one managing Phylum Heights now. No matter what happens, I have to take responsibility for my work. Like I told you before, In this world, everything comes down to one thing. Equivalent exchange. We've taken so much from Phylum Heights. It's only fair we take responsibility for protecting it, too. Smart people don't take without giving back. In contrast, Yunhui Summit's shining prodigy and current keeper of the Qingming Sword, dear Monsieur Shunguang here, seems to have a much more honest reason for joining the investigation. All for her brother, right? Oh my! Who would have thought? Turns out a tops businesswoman like me cares more about Phylum Heights than Yunhui Summit does.
Of course we care about Phylum Heights. But at the moment, the only sign of hollow expansion comes from your readings. Besides, most hollows grow at a gradual pace. That doesn't prove anything yet.
You've done your research, I see. But according to my data, Lemnian Hollow's expansion rate is way beyond normal. Still, we won't know the truth until we go in and take a look ourselves. Don't worry. Once we're inside, I'll point out to you exactly where I last saw Mr. Yeshu Yue. So, let me summarize the main mission objectives once more. Enter the mysterious new area in Lemnian Hollow. Investigate the expansion and the abnormal miasma activity. And determine the cause. To achieve this, I'll need the help of the most skilled proxy in New Eridu to guide my way. I'll also need the Qingming Sword's keeper to use the blade and resonate with the white flowers so I can figure out the relationship with the miasma's abnormal behavior. No time to waste. Let's head out now.
All right. So before we jump in, so we just did a whole 2-hour segment. Didn't go into the hollow once, and now we're about to go in the hollow. But before we jump in on that, we're going to dip out for the day. I will be back tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern with some more Astropop, or moving on to the next game, part of that whole Xbox 360 series. But I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I hope you guys enjoy your night, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Until next time, whether you guys are online or offline, stay focused to get yours. See ya!